A couple of weeks ago, I challenged myself in photography. I was a little bit low in motivation and I did this challenge. I actually kind of failed in some ways. And if you like to know how did I challenge myself and how did I fail, let's keep watching. But for now, let's jump to the vlog and watch it together. Come back with me here when I talk about the result and my experience. Welcome to a new video today. It's been a while since I did a landscape photography. It was like a month or two that I went out with my camera only once. And today, even though the light is not great, we don't have light, it's overcasted, but the good thing is that we have quite a bit of atmosphere. Today I want to try something that I haven't done ever before, and this is going out with one lens. Actually I have two lenses with me, but both are prime lenses, so with fixed focal lengths. And I wanted to challenge myself with this limited focal lengths that I have with me. I am a zoom guy, so I never had the prime lenses before, to be honest. Even though I don't expect to get so much gain in my photography by doing it once, but I think it's gonna be fun. And the focal length I have with this lens is 56mm and full frame it's 85, and this is a Viltrox 56 1.7, and it's a very good lens. It's very compact and light and perfect for portrait and handheld shoot, but it's a little bit tight for landscape. I do have a Viltrox 13mm with me as well, in case I want to practice also with just one focal length for wide angle. But today my main goal is to just stick to this 56mm. In the end of the video, I will share with you my thoughts and my experience today. If I like this type of photography, if I like the prime lens, because as I said, I usually don't shoot with primes. I always use zoom lenses. So let's see what we can find and what we can do. So far, I'm just enjoying the view. Look at the view behind me. I came to the lake and there is a forest nearby. It's a very nice small forest, woodland, not forest, yeah, it's not a forest. It's a piece of woodland and it's very nice to go there with this atmosphere. Hopefully I can find something there. But let's start here. I found this piece of wood on the ice, which is quite interesting, and I'm trying to compose it. I go low with my camera close to the ice surface, water surface, and try to have some of these trees and the reflection as a background with a very wide and open aperture. One thing I'm trying to do is try to separate the log from the reflection of the trees. So I moved my camera up and down a little bit and changed the composition. It took several pictures to see which one works better. Even though this is fun to photograph next to this lake, I think this is very limited for this type of challenge. I would prefer to have more subjects to play with. Therefore, I'm gonna go to the woodland I mentioned earlier. Because right now I have one focal length and everything is far away from me. Beside this log that I found, there is not much I can do. Maybe there is a tree here that I have a look and see if I can take a photo of that, and then I will go. This little tree here, it has different colors, different shade, and I think it's gonna be nice. I would like to have a little bit of zoom in this photo, but because it's a fixed focal length, I cannot do. I think that this is busy and not well balanced image. There is one piece of wood here on the bottom of the frame which is distracting, and the reflection is distracting. What I am more interested in is just the tree and the reeds and the backdrop trees. So if I move my camera a little bit upwards to eliminate the reflections and the log, I think this image I have, if I want to make it work, I have to crop a lot. This is not exactly what I have imagined. Okay, but that's part of the challenge, right? Let me pass, please. Thank you. I think I got a couple of photos that I might like. One more thing and then I'll go. I promise this time. There are a lot of different subjects to photograph here. I don't even need to go to the woodland. I don't know if you can see it. That big oak tree behind those foreground trees with a very thick branch here. It's a very charismatic tree. I have photographed that one last year and it was quite interesting. I can put the picture on the screen and I'll take a picture of this tree probably now. Unfortunately, the battery on the video camera is dying. Therefore, I might need to skip the part that I photograph in the forest, which is that forest here. If there is any juice in the battery, I will vlog a little bit there, or at least take some B-rolls. If not, I will continue when I go home and I can recharge the battery, and I will talk about the pictures. You already have seen some of them, and the goal today was just to challenge myself and to enjoy a little bit. I felt I was rusty in the beginning. Oh, my phone is ringing. Stick to the end of the video when I talk more about the photos and the challenge. Oh, by the way, if you like the video so far, hit the like button and subscribe, and I continue. Okay, this is how it looks like. I'm now filming with my phone. The Osmo didn't turn on. This place is actually a graveyard. It's an ancient graveyard. It's not as great that it was in autumn, but it's pretty nice. I'm not gonna film too much, but I'm gonna put some photos in the end, and I will talk a little bit about my experience today. I looked at the images I took, and I was thinking, is this video worth sharing or not? Because, as I mentioned, I failed, and but that might not be in a way that you think. Actually, I failed in making this vlog. As I mentioned in the video, the battery on the Osmo Pocket died very quickly. I didn't have any backup power with me, so I tried to use my phone instead to continue vlogging. But the thing is that my phone also died very quickly. I couldn't even film with it at all, almost nothing. And the reason is, the night before I put my phone to the charge, but for some reason it didn't charge. And in the morning I had a meeting. I used the phone a lot. And then when I went into the field and that happened, I tried to use the phone. The phone battery was already very low, and it died immediately. I guess I was more rusty in vlogging than I was in photography. Anyway, it was a failure. But I think you might find it valuable to look at the pictures and see what I could do with one lens. I selected few of them that I think they work. I don't think these images are perfect or the best images of the year. Of course not. But as an experiment, it was quite fun. So what did I learn from this challenge? First and foremost, I learned that I'm not a prime lens person, photographer. I like zoom. These type of lens are very good for portrait photography. Like this 56mm is equivalent to 85mm on full frame. That's a very popular focal length for portrait photography. And especially with the very narrow depth of field with f1.7 on that lens, it's a pleasure to use that lens for portrait. By the way, I returned the lens. I don't have it anymore. Even though the lens was great and it was cheap, I didn't feel that I need the lens. So that's why I returned it. But if I want to improve my photography using just one focal length, I guess I can use any my zoom lenses and just zoom it all the way out or all the way in and stick to that and don't change the zoom. In the beginning, I knew that this challenge wouldn't improve my photography instantly, and but I found it to be useful practice. By looking at the pictures, I found that my favorite photos are these close-ups, especially this one that I took from the broken branch on the ground with this lichen in kind of X-shaped formation on the ground. So it's very graphical, this image. That's why I like it a lot. And the other one was this image from this broken leaf that I found very interesting and fascinating subject. I wish I could go closer to that subject and fill the frame more with the hole and just the leaf and blur out the background into a very smooth color backdrop. I couldn't do that because the lens couldn't focus closer than half a meter or so. There was another layer of complication and challenge, but still I feel that this image works and I like it. I like it. And the other image that I like is this one with the lake and the reflection of the trees on the other side, and it's very pristine, very calm and moody image. This image with the piece of wood on the ice was very interesting. Some people might like it a lot, some people might hate it. I don't know. I think I like it because it's very interesting. Yeah, it's probably a bit unique in a sense. 56mm was kind of familiar focal length for me because the lens I used to use a lot for woodland photography was 16 to 55mm, which is the lens I'm actually filming this video with right now. And you can see here I had kind of normal photography, woodland photography for me, so it wasn't challenging that much. I mean, the focal length itself wasn't something completely new for me. Something that I wanted to also mention here is that before this challenge, I felt a little bit lack of motivation for several reasons. But I think this challenge helped me to boost up my motivation. And it's one of the ways that you can actually help yourself if you are stuck in that kind of situation that you feel that you are not motivated or don't have desire to go out and take photos. This is one of the things you can do to challenge yourself or do something that you are not used to do as much. If you are in this kind of situation, I have a video that I talked about several ways to boost up your positivity and your motivation for taking pictures. If you are interested in that, please watch that video after this one. But for now, if you like this failed vlog and images, probably, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, share it, and put comments, all the good things. I really appreciate all of that. Thank you so much and see you soon in another video.